It's not just a hot beverage. Welcome to your weekly legal practice tip. I'm your local research attorney, Delane Frazier, and today we're going to discuss SRAC for statutory research. I think we've all heard the story of Stella Liebeck. She's the woman who sued McDonald's in the hot coffee lawsuit. In the case, Liebeck's attorneys argued that at 180 degrees to 90 degrees, McDonald's coffee was defective, claiming it was too hot and more likely to cause serious injury than coffee served at any other establishment. Since the Liebeck lawsuit, similar suits have been filed against Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Wendy's, Burger King, just to name a few. In fact, Liebeck's case gave rise to the caution contents hot label found on coffee cups. So while we are aware that coffee is hot, McDonald's and other facilities serving coffee warn us of the potential hazard. Why? Because they know dispensing hot coffee in their facility is a potential hazard, and the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act under 21 U.S.C. 350G requires that the owner, operator, or agent in charge of a facility shall identify and evaluate known or reasonably foreseeable hazards that may be associated with the facility. Let's conduct statutory research on this law. When you're conducting statutory research, remember SRAC. This will help you to complete thorough research across all the critical sources for statutory research. The S stands for statute. Find the statute, then read through the text and annotations. The R stands for regulations. You will need to find any regulations promulgated under the statute that may clarify statutory language or create additional rules or duties. The A stands for administrative materials. You will need to find any agency decisions, guidelines, and/or guidance on the law. And finally, the C stands for cases. You will need to find cases that have interpreted or applied the law to determine how courts are likely to rule. First, search Lexis Advance to find the statute or law in question. You can do this by searching the name of the act, the statute citation number, or simply entering in search terms related to the law. Once you've found the statute in question, read the text of the statute and the annotations. The annotations will lead you to important cases that interpret and apply the statute. A lot of your research has already been conducted once you simply retrieve the statute in question. Next, you will need to find regulations promulgated under the statute. The regulations can clarify statutory language and create additional rules or duties that must be followed. So this is a critical step in your research. When you're viewing the statute, you can simply scroll down to the bottom of the page, then view the research references and practice aids, where you will find links to relevant regulations. Or you can run a terms search, such as beverage warning label. You'll find the regulations by clicking Administrative Codes and Regulations. Here, I've narrowed to U.S. federal jurisdiction and the source code of federal regulations. After viewing the regulations, you will want to find any relevant administrative materials, such as agency guidelines, guidance, and decisions. You can do this by simply clicking Administrative Materials tab. You can narrow this list by jurisdiction, federal, or by selecting a specific agency, such as the Department of Health and Human Services. And finally, you will find the cases that interpret the statute and apply the law so that you know how courts are likely to rule. To do this, simply click on Cases tab, then narrow your jurisdiction or enter additional terms under Search Within Results. That's the SRAC process for statutory research, finding the statute in question, the regulations, and administrative materials, and then cases that interpret and apply the statute. This process will ensure you are conducting thorough and efficient statutory research on any topic. This concludes your legal practice tip on SRAC for statutory research. Please let me know if you have any questions. See you back next week.